Our youngest daughter is a very energetic and strong-willed girl, and she is our most challenging child. We struggled and struggled to force her to become obedient to us. I remember many times sending her to her room for a timeout and then hanging onto the doorknob from one side while she screamed herself to exhaustion trying to get out from the other side. We spent most of our parenting time correcting our children's misbehavior, which only led to anger, yelling, repeating ourselves over and over, expecting things to change. We first met Jim and Lynn in a class that they taught, as Jim said, at our church called Parenting with a Purpose. The information immediately resonated with us. We did an activity regarding the percentage of time that we spent on each of the following three areas: connection, proaction, and correction. The highest percentage of our time was spent on correction, and the least amount of our time was spent on connecting, which wasn't a big surprise to us. So the Jacksons challenged us to flip these percentages upside down and spend most of our time connecting with our children and loving them unconditionally. Before the Jacksons, we communicated with our kids from our perspective and our needs. We try now to give attention from their perspective and not from an intention to control them. For example, homework has always been a really tough spot. And one night, Haley and I were going at it over math. I was really angry at her, and she was defensive and defiant, refusing any help from me. So I left the room and took a breath and came back, sat on her bed, and I said, "I can see you have a lot to do. I bet it's hard to get that done every night." And then I left. A few minutes later, she came to me and said, "Sometimes I get really mad because I don't like math, but will you help me?" I was able to connect with her at her level because she felt understood and loved, and she opened up and sought my help. My main struggle was to see that my well-being was not dependent on my children's success. One night after fighting with Sarah about a test grade, she looked at me and screamed at the top of her lungs, "You are not me!" I got it. I finally saw that I was equating my worth in part with her success. My attempts to control her grades, to make me feel good, were driving us apart. I parent a lot better when how I feel about myself is not dependent on my kids' behavior. Before Connected Families, our family was on a downward spiral, clueless about how to apply God's parenting principles. Because of Connected Family, our family loves deeply, shares intentionally, and is vitally connected. Thank you.